Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ghost from GhostszMusic.com, and today we are talking about Apple Arcade. So, Apple has put themselves in a really interesting corner. As we discussed in the last video about Google Stadia, which the card will be in the little card notification section. Google, as I said in the previous video, is trying to do their subscription game service. Apple is answering to that with, I believe, the same system. They haven't said too much about it, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a subscription service, probably about the same range that you would pay for Netflix, or it may be about the same that you would pay for Google. So for all intents and purposes, let's just use the same figures. So Google Stadia is $100. I'm pretty sure that Apple Arcade is going to be $100 a year as well. And the way that they're setting themselves a little bit different is that there's going to be no ads and no in-app purchases. So, i.e. microtransactions. And if that's the case, I would say 100% certain that Apple may be doing something that actually can compete, not 100%, but it can compete with Google Stadia. And it's just the fact that these are indie games. More than likely, it's probably just going to be a house of indie games. We may see some more established publishers. I saw a little bit of Sega that was on there. They're probably going to put a little bit lighter weight games. So more of your beat 'em ups, more of your N64 games, maybe a little bit of racing games because those are very popular in the App Store. We're not going to see something that's going to be a graphical powerhouse as if you would see on like a PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch. I'm going to say it's going to be more tailored down to fun casual games, especially for the $100 a year. You want to keep in mind, remember, these are going to be on mobile devices, computers, as well as, I'm pretty sure, they're Apple TV devices. So, I see themselves putting themselves in an interesting position. And, I don't know. I don't see this like being 100% like, oh man, this is going to captivate the market. But, for adults that have children that don't want to buy consoles, I see this as a win-win situation for them. They buy an Apple TV, they put their movies on it, they can stream all their stuff on it, but for their little kids, hey, you can play your, let's say, Sonic Team Racers, which are Sonic Racers. I don't remember exactly what the title is, but you get the point. You put something like that on for them, and then they can play that, or Sonic the Hedgehog 1, or let's say Castle Crashers, or those sorts of games that are really fun, but they're not graphical powerhouses. They're just there for enjoyment. They can spend as much time as they need on the game, and then once they're done, put it over. Now you can watch your movies. The only problem that I have with Apple Arcade, I'm not a fan of Apple, but I'm going to be unbiased for this, is that you get paid based on the retention of the game. As I said with Google, with the Google Stadia, this is one thing that I'm worried about. I feel that game developers are going to start getting a little more greedy with retention time. We already see them doing games as services on consoles to try to get you to play these games for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. The only key factor that Apple is setting themselves apart is no microtransactions. So they're not going to be, oh, loot box, this. It's going to be working a little bit better. However, I'm pretty sure that they're going to trick you into playing this game over and over and over and over and over again, as they do with games with services, to try to get as much money as they can out of these games. And it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Maybe it might get them to to change their tune and move it towards what they were doing with the PlayStation 2 era, where the games were so fun that you wanted to spend the 100 hours or the 250-hour mark just playing one game because it was the best game that you've ever played, or something that you really do enjoy. But until we actually get our hands on it this fall and get to play with it, we just don't know. Hopefully game developers are a little more like caring and try to do their games more like the PlayStation 2 era sort of games. But until we have our hands on it, we just don't know. And with that, I would love to hear your opinions about Apple Arcade. How did you feel about it? What do you think game developers are going to do to actually get our retention time more catered towards their game? And do you feel that this is going to be a good idea? I would love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's content. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. With your subscription, we can hopefully get this channel to be monetized. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.